Make you lose with the unthinkable. Don't stop till you come first. Life's too unpredictable. Take control of what you're worth. Wasting time, so give a fuck.
And what is up, everybody? I am back, and you can barely see me. Why don't Woohoo! My chair's going to shit anyway, so that one little is about as close as I'm going to get. Before it decides to go all the way down on me. Sorry, I'm still fixing my hair. I still have it, by the way. So, how's everybody doing? I am so sorry that I have just decided to get it back on now. Because Christmas has been a bitch, so is New Year. Oh my goodness. The kids got stuff they wanted, stuff they didn't know they wanted. Sorry, I had to pause it there real quick. Because my husband comes up with the pizza box. And goes, "Your daughter left her pizza on top of the fridge. Not in the fridge. Not in the freezer. Not in the refrigerator part. Not on anywhere else. It was on top of the refrigerator." I don't know why. But, yeah, it's been crazy. Also, the reason why I haven't been on a lot is because I've been making stuff for my Etsy shop. I will have a link for it in the description box below. This is not a shout out for my shop. Hello. No, I do have a shout out for my other channel though. It's called Dark Rain. D-A-R-C. Rain. Okay, that's me. I haven't gotten anything up there except for my one intro video. Because kids. But, and I'm also going to be, it's probably going to be a little bit before I get anything up there, but please put that subscribe button down and then smash the bell so you know when it comes up, okay? Especially on this channel too. Subscribe, and then there's a little bell next to it somewhere. I think it's holding the subscribe button's hand. Maybe. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing, as soon as I get Texas back, I am so sorry, I'm messing with my face, is I'm going to be redoing my room. Okay. All this behind here might change. Might not. I don't know. Because all this behind here, I've got a whole bunch of shit. And that, yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff. And I have to get organized. And it's driving me nuts. I've been trying to get organized. It's not been working out. So as soon as I get Texas back, I'm going to be making myself a desk. And it's going to be like cubby hold a lot. Because I have a tub behind me that I keep looking at. It's got yarn in it. It's got pearler beads, you know, stuff like that. I make this stuff right here, as you can see, for my Etsy shop. This was kind of a dream catcher because this thing isn't big enough for the volume or the proportion size of the feathers here. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. So, that's why it's hanging up there in my room, because it's a backup. And it's a constant reminder, don't do that. But, as you guys have very well figured out by the title of this video, it's called People Never Change. And it's been kind of bothering me. Because I've had a friend of mine, and he has always come back and talked to me. We have this big blowout fight. You know, we haven't gotten called to name calling, but this last fight was. He called me borderline crazy. If you've seen my videos, goddamn right I'm crazy. No, not that kind of crazy. But, oh yeah, he called me borderline crazy. Okay. First off, you want to see crazy? Oh, honey, I got news for you. You ain't seen nothing yet. No. Second thing, you don't call people that and expect them to be okay with it. Especially when you do it over text message. Yes, you heard that right. He did it over text message. People never change. People never change. The only ones that should are the ones that know they fucked up. Okay. that want to get better, you know, and want to change their lives and the whole night, and they just lack the drive, you know. Those are the people that you need to support. Then there's other people where, oh, honey, I'm going to change, and you go back and talk to them in the whole nine, and then 2 weeks later, it's right back to the same old thing. People never change at all. They only change when they want to. And they only change when they are fully in love and committed to somebody. Okay? My husband is a key point on that. He loves me unconditionally, and I am so grateful and thankful every day that he puts up with my ass. He used to be this, I'm going to blow my paycheck in 24 hours on video games and all this other shit, because he always lived with, you know, his parents or roomies that really didn't give a shit and the whole nine, you know, until he got here to this point. He realized he can't do that. And this was a few years ago. He realized he can't buy games all the time. He can't, you know, go out and do this, that, and the other all the time like he used to. He has to sit down and be responsible. And it took him a while, but he got there. It's a progress type of thing. It's not, nothing's going to happen overnight. Okay. That's the other point. If you're going to change, nothing happens overnight. Nothing. Not a thing. Okay. Also, another plug here. For my January resolution, you see this right here? Call it a mole, beauty mark, whatever. You see it? Yeah, I can pull on it and stuff like that. I have to get it removed. I've had it since I was born. Okay? And it made me me. You know, because nobody else has this mark right next to their eye. Well, the problem of it is when I look hard left, I can see it. And my optometrist did not like that. So he referred me to somebody. So now I got to get over my nerves and go and get this thing cut off. It's not a dermatologist. It is an eye doctor, eye surgeon. You know, he deals with eyes all the time. The eye part is more sensitive than any part of your skin. Okay, here, face, you know, because this is less sensitive than here. Okay, this is more sensitive than here. You know, it just depends on the person. But yeah, that's my change. I'm a big, beautiful girl. You know what? And I've lost weight, and I haven't really changed a whole hell of a lot. But yeah, that's my change. Okay. And I'm committed to this because I want to be able to see. And not have this little come outside my face. But other than that, people aren't going to change. Cassidy Boone isn't going to change. Daddy of Five isn't going to change. You know, I mean, they have to now. It's court order. Well, I wonder how long that's going to last. But people only change when they see it's a benefit to them, or they realize that it's going to get a whole hell of a lot of fucked up if they don't. You know, it's sorry, it's my treat for today. Anyway, they're gluten-free too. But people are going to change when they're on the precipice of something, whether it's good or bad. People are going to change if they realize that everything is going to be lost if they don't. You know, but if you're asking people to change because, you know, their attitude sucks, you want to be with them, you know, and stuff like that, but they ain't gonna change, that means they ain't committed to you in the whole nine. They ain't your friend. They ain't your lover. They ain't your husband. They ain't your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever. They're just using you. They're a sponge. Oh yeah, I'm gonna change. 2 weeks later, it's back to the same old shit. Ain't nobody trying. I learned this the hard way. Okay. And I cannot believe I got sucked into it again. I was so stupid. I mean, it's a friend, and, you know, that was it. But ex-husband, that did all that shit to me, pretty much torture, said, oh, yes, baby, I'm going to change. I will so change. And for about a month, you know, it was great. he was doing everything I asked him to do, you know. He was helping out more and the whole nine, and then back to the same old shit. Almost like clockwork. Long enough to keep me there and think, oh yeah, she fell for it, she's gonna stay. Yeah, I did that way too many times. And I told myself I would never fall for that shit again. Well, here I am. This time, I haven't slept with him. Thank God. And I got suckered yet again. And I just gotta realize that, you know, people aren't gonna change. No matter how young or how old they are too stuck in their ways to change for just, they think, any random person. You force, or, you know, you don't force yourself on them. You don't force them to see it from your side or anything like that. You ask them nicely, or however, in an argument, you go, see it from my side, walk in my shoes and look at yourself through my eyes, you know. And sometimes they get it, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes that's the breaking point, you know. And I mean, it's not bothering me. It's just pissing me off that when the people that say they're going to change, but they don't. You know, I'm not a liar. You haven't changed. So what does that make you? You know, it's a double-edged sword kind of deal. And they don't get it. They do not get it. Do not get it. It doesn't even cross their mind. They don't see themselves as doing anything wrong. They see themselves as, yeah, I said I was going to do this shit, but I didn't tell you when, kind of deal. You know, it's stupid. You know, and I'll do it when I goddamn good and ready. You heard that line? Heard it so many times. Oh, you know, it just bothers me that people work so hard to make themselves not be a liar, but then when they refuse to change for somebody that they love, or they say that they love, or care for, or want to be friends with through thick and thin and no matter what, and they don't do it, it's just like that. Bottom dropped out. What do you do? You know, I lost weight. Might not be able to see it, but I can feel it. Because that friend of mine weighed about 175 pounds soaking wet. And, sorry, I'm popping my knuckles. And, I know, it's bad. But when you play softball and did music like I've done for years, your hands just kind of go to shit. Anyways. So, yeah, I lost weight. Got rid of him. I mean, he would name calling me. So I name called him right back. Called him a fucking sponge. I called him out on how he uses people. You know, he brings up, okay, this is a sign of a guilty conscience. If you haven't brought up anything that's related or unrelated to the argument, and then they bring something up that you were not even planning on saying, that's a guilty conscience, okay? Women do it all the time. Men, here's a tip. Women do it all the time. When they bring backlog shit into your face, that's a guilty conscience. I'll admit it. I've done it. It didn't end too well. It ended really well for me looking like an idiot. Okay. There, I admit it. I look like an idiot. It sucked. You know? Have I done it again? Since then? I don't know. I know I've done it. I just don't remember when. I'm really bad on dates, so be thankful. My husband's very thankful that I can't remember specific dates and times. But anyways, you know, I mean, this friend of mine, he blocked me. This is how far-fetched he got. He blocks me on Facebook, Xbox Live, which I've got up. He blocks my husband and my 13-year-old daughter. Okay? All because he got his ass chewed out for calling me crazy. Okay, I understand why you blocked me. I kind of understand why you blocked my husband. Why in the fuck would you bring a 13-year-old kid into this that had nothing to do with it? Okay. You're bringing some people in that have nothing to do with this conversation. Guilty conscience part number 2. You're dragging people into shit. And yes, I mean, even physically not talking to them, you're dragging people into it. People do not change. They may look like they've changed, but looks are always, what? Deceiving. Because as soon as you crack that cover on that book and start looking through the pages, oh yeah, it's changed. As soon as you get to about the tail end of it and read the last page, you realized nothing's happened. It just went back around full circle. And then you close that book and that chapter of your life, and whoever's doing that, you put it back on the shelf and let it collect dust. And let that forever be a reminder of trying not to get fucked over again. Just people do not change at all. My dad doesn't change. I mean, he was a real dick to me when I was a kid. I mean, a real dick. To the point of where I thought, hey, killing myself was the best idea because, he doesn't want me around, and he proved it. He doesn't hug me anymore. He still doesn't hug me anymore. He still doesn't tell me he loves me. Doesn't treat me like a father should. Okay? And I'm almost 40. I can officially say that now. I am 36 years old. 4 more years. I don't want to be 40. Yeah, I know. I don't look like I'm 40, but I am 40. Or not 40. I am 36. I'm going to be 40. I'm not 40. I'm not 40 yet. Not yet. Y-E-T. Yet. But, yeah. But my dad really hasn't changed all that much. I mean, he's lightened up a little bit. Not a lot. He still has the balls to call me names in front of my kids. And, you know what? I thought I was going to be forever scared of that man. And as soon as he started calling me, yes, my own blood father called me names in front of my kids. And told me how horrible of a job I was doing. Needless to say, I ripped his ass a new one. You don't do that in front of my kids. You can pull me off to the side and have no problem and just sit there and tell me whatever the fuck you want. You do not do that in front of my kids. Period. You do not drag my kids into shit. Just because you're related to them doesn't mean you have the right to drag them into shit. And case in point, just because they're related to me doesn't mean you have to drag them in under the bus like you're trying to drag me. I mean, at first I was crying over that shit. And then it got to I was crying over it, and my brain kicked in and told me, what the fuck were you doing crying over that shit? You've been through so much worse. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I had to pause again. My son's grabbing his butt going, ow, 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 ow. There's no scratch on it, no nothing. He's into the kissing boo-boo stage and phase. And last time he had a boo-boo on his butt, and he goes, kiss. And he puts his butt cheek. I am not going to kiss your butt, bub. And he starts laughing. He thought it was funny, and he goes, kiss? No. Ew. I am not going around anywhere that target area. Anyways. So, yeah, my brain clicked into overdrive, and I said, you know what? This asshole has blocked me on Facebook. He has blocked me on Xbox Live, so I can't message him back. He's blocked me over the phone. Alright, I think he's blocked me over the phone. I don't know. I got rid of his number. I don't know. I don't care. The only thing he didn't block me on, and which his stupid ass should have done, was Skype. I unloaded on Skype. And I pointed out everything. I thought it was quite funny. Because I know damn well he read it too. Yeah, I did. I know he read it. Skype doesn't have that thing of where, oh yeah, bing, on Facebook where it shows their little icon next to it if you're on the phone. And it says, oh, they've read it. Oh, okay, look, they're responding. It has a responding thing, but Skype, if you're paying attention, you need to copy some shit off of Facebook. Hello. So you can see that if shit's red or not. But I know he did. Because, he turned off Skype. Which I found quite hysterical. But... And here's the fucked up thing. He is subscribed to my channel. This one. Okay. He's subscribed to it. And I don't know if he's got the ping on it or not. But if he's going to hear about it, he's going to hear about it. Okay. And if he ever happens to watch this, then guess what? I didn't use your name. Okay. But you know who you are. I don't know if you're going to talk to me again. You probably are. Because you're that much of a pushover. But I'll give you one last chance. And I've given you way too many chances to begin with. One last shot there, dude. And guess what? After you done fucked up or you done called me names and the whole fucking nine, guess what? Yeah, I'm so done. Because I should be done right now. I really should. But, you know me, I've got this big old heart. And I do hate saying no to people. But I know when my means of doing stuff and helping is far behind on what they need. You know? But, yeah. So it's usually around when taxes come back is when he starts talking to me. And can you tell what kind of person this is? Yeah, you are. Sponge. He's a sponge. He takes and takes and takes and takes and takes and takes and takes. And he barely gives anything back. Or anything at all. And I has him yelly kitty. Because she's just yelling at me. Ow! Oh, I got caught in the butt. Oh, listen here, hooker. Oh, yeah, now she's looking at her paws like, oh, I has jeans in my feet. Oh, anyways. There she goes in my inner thigh. Would you stop that? But just people never change. And I know damn well the person that I'm talking about here, if you're watching this, you will never change. Ever. Ever. Did you see the tail? This is the kitty. She's being a shit. Oh, now we're purring? We're good? Okay, now we're good. Said, meow, 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 I'm gonna claw your ass. Anyways. You will never change. See? See? Or this way. You'll never change, see? You will never change. Because your pride gets in the way. Because you think you have this job and the car and where you live at now and you think you're adulting. You know, you pay your bills and your rent on time and, you know, you play your games and the whole night. That's not true adulting. That's hiding. Oh, you will never change. You will never fucking change. But you got one last shot to prove to me that you can. Because I'm all big about second chances, but this is more like your fourth or fifth going on here. Okay? And then after that, I'm done. I mean, I'll talk to you, but that's about it. And I'll give you 2-word sentences and see you later, bye. But yeah. But, you know, if you guys are willing to forgive and forget the person that says, oh, I'm going to change. Please be careful. Because you can get yourself in a whole world of hurt doing that. Okay? I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't want to see my subscribers hurt for forgiving and forgetting about something that their partner did or anything like that. Because you know damn well in the back of your mind it's going to bother you. Okay? And if you can't let it go, then it ain't gonna work. And if you can't change, it ain't gonna work. If you cannot change for the person that you care about and you claim you care about in the whole nine, whether friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever, then, and you say, oh, I'm going to change, and you think it's something they want to hear that you don't have to do, think again, honey. You got to work on it. And work, and work, and work, and work, and work. And if working all the time is not something you want to do, see ya. Because those are the people that don't want to change. Those are the people that do not want to put the effort into it. Okay? You've got to learn. People out there, if you're sitting in my situation, you got to learn how to read people. Okay? I've been on this planet for a while. And I was one of those quiet kids in high school. I sat there and watched people. And I picked up my shit pretty quick. Realized, you know, like, this guy's going to go over to this girl and be like, oh, honey, I am so sorry. And she's going to be like, oh, it's okay, I love you, you know. You know, I knew that shit was going to happen all the time. And it was usually with the couples that were popular in the whole nine. They wanted to just keep their popularity up. They knew why they were doing it. You know, but they're, oh, I love him. And we've got plans after high school and all this other shit. And as soon as stuff happens, oh, see ya. You know. And, so I watched people very early on. And of course, you know, I was that young and dumb and naive and the whole nine, and met my ex-husband, which, by the way, I am so sorry to say that whoever's heard my story from my husband, after me, he still has not stopped. Which means, case in point, he hasn't changed. He has domestic violence charges against him like crazy right now. And I mean like fucking crazy. After me, it was somebody else. And after her, it was somebody else. I mean, he's got him wrecked. People like that don't change. They don't change. At all. And it was funny. I saw him the other day and he didn't recognize me. Which was great. It's fucking great. Because when I was with him, I had hair down to my butt. Literally down to my ass. I had long hair, no shaved sides, long ass hair. Okay. That was the last time he saw me like that. Now, he doesn't even recognize me. Which is great. But, to see, you might not watch this. That's fine. But here's the point. You will never fucking change. You've only got to want to change. You don't tell somebody that you're going to do it and then back out. That is the coward's run. Because you're refusing to do something for the better. So, but people don't change. They may look like they've done on top, but as soon as you start flipping through those pages, man, you see nothing but the same old shit. It's like that motto, or that saying, no matter where you go, there you are. People can move to a new town, new country, new house down the block and think they get a fresh start and be their old selves. People never change. So, people never change. And if you know that, oh, I gotta change if I want to keep somebody. Oh, I gotta change if I want to make this friendship work. Then you fucking do it. Grow a pair and fucking do it. Don't sit there and let somebody slip out of your grasp all because you're too proud of yourself and you don't want to do that. You have a reputation. Please. Reputations are for assholes that think they're everything and they're actually nobody. Like I always say, perfectionism is a disease cured by heavy medication. Makes sense, don't it? But, yeah. Just be careful, you guys. Because I know it's January and New Year's resolutions are harping around and oh baby, I'm sorry, I miss you, I screwed up, let me back. It's January, it's time for new shit, new me. And people actually fall for that shit. I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. If you're going to accept them, be on your toes. Always. Do not ever let your guard down. Never. For those people that are sitting there going, she doesn't know what she's talking about, you're the assholes that I'm talking to. I can say it now, I'm too old to be harped on for this long. Since this, if you don't want to do it, there you go. If you don't feel like you have the need to, I don't need to do this shit. It's way too much for me to deal with. And see you later, bye. See? You think you got fucking issues? Oh, honey. You think you got fucking issues? Everybody in this town, and everybody in this state, and everybody in this country, and this whole fucking world has problems. Okay? Take the one that's in office right now. He fucking Googled how to do his job. He's got problems. Your roommate has problems. Your husband has problems. Your wife has problems. Your kids do. You are not the only person on this planet that has an issue with something or someone or anything. It's the problem is you or whoever that I'm aiming this to. You are the problem because you refuse to change. And that's why we have a problem in this world. Because everybody's so damn stuck up and refusing to see everything else that's out there, is that you are the problem. You refuse to change. Because you refuse to admit to yourself that you have a problem and you need to get over it. Simple as that. I know it's not simple to do, but that's why it's called a challenge. People irk the piss out of me when that happens. Oh, but it's too hard. It's meant to be hard. There's a saying of Tom Hanks and Gina Davis in A League of Their Own, where he tells her it's baseball. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't, everyone would be doing it. Change is meant to be hard. But if it wasn't, then everybody be doing it. So, leave you guys on that note. But if you ever come across a friend, an ex, whatever, it says, oh, I promise to change, you stick it to them. And if they don't, get rid of them. You do not need that kind of weight. Bye.